Hello everybody, Refresh here, and today I am going to continue looking at cards sized for 65mm by 100mm. Today I have for you Mayday Games' premium card sleeves for this size. This is their reportedly 90 micron thick sleeves, and as you can see, these sleeves are clear. One pack of these premium sleeves costs $4.95 and comes with 80 sleeves, and that will make it approximately 6 cents per sleeve. Let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, as you can see, these sleeves are glossy and smooth on both sides. Let's see if these things are the size that they are supposed to be. In terms of thickness, we are looking at 50mm for 80 sleeves, and that would amount to about 188 microns per sleeve, which is 94 microns per face, which is a little bit more than the advertised amount. Now for the dimensions. We have 67 wide by 103 tall. Now let's see how it fits. I'm going to take this 7 Wonders card and I stick it inside. Looks like a pretty snug fit. There's not much play on any of the sides, but there is a little bit of space on the top, which is a nice little buffer. Looks good. Next I have the sleeving test, so I'm going to take these 45 7 Wonders cards, and I'm going to sleeve them in 45 of these 80 card sleeves, and I will see how long it takes. Ready, set, go! Okay, that took 3 minutes and 20 seconds, which is a bit of a slow rate at 4.44 seconds per sleeve. I had some difficulty with sleeving some of the cards because the sleeves were so well stuck together that I actually had to work a little bit to loosen them up so that I could actually open them to put the cards into the sleeves. Other than that, I actually experienced my first sleeve casualty ever in sleeving cards, and that is with this sleeve, which split open as I was putting a card into it, and that's not a very good sign if a brand new sleeve will split so easily. Looking at the rest of the sleeved cards, it seems as though these sleeves are perhaps the most uniform Mayday premium sleeves that I have seen. There's only a little bit of irregularity in terms of the overall width. You don't really feel it like you do with many of the other previous packs of Mayday sleeves that I've dealt with, and that is a pleasant surprise. They are fairly equal in height, pretty equal in width, although there were some sleeves that were noticeably just a little bit wider than the others, and that made it easier to slip in the cards. The tops are fairly open like many sleeves, which means that the top edge of the card is a little bit vulnerable, but again, this is something that's hard to eliminate when it comes to card sleeves in general, because you have to have an opening in which to put the card, and then how do you keep that opening closed? I don't know anybody that quite has an answer to that yet. Let's see if we have all 80 sleeves. We're gonna count the busted sleeve as well. So, 1, alright, that is 35 more sleeves on top of 45, so that does make 80. That means that all the sleeves that are advertised are accounted for, although it became 79 very quickly because of this here busted sleeve. Next up, I'm going to be doing the shuffle test. I'm going to take these sleeved 45 7 Wonders cards and shuffle them 100 times and see how long it takes. Ready, set, go. Okay, that took 2 minutes and 28 seconds, which is a fairly reasonable speed of 1.48 seconds per shuffle. Now this is noticeably faster than their soft sleeve counterparts, and even in my hands while I was shuffling them, it felt better to shuffle than their soft sleeve counterparts. Now there is a bit of resistance in these sleeves to being pushed in, and the faster you try to shuffle these sleeves, the more resistance you'll feel. And again, this is in part just because these are larger cards with larger sleeves and there's more plastic rubbing against plastic. So it may be unavoidable, but otherwise it's a fairly quick shuffle, and so it felt pretty good in my hand. Much better than the soft sleeves. Let's take a look at the sleeves now that I've handled them a bit and see how they hold up. There is some denting on some of the sleeves, and if you look carefully, the sleeves are taking some scuffing from rubbing against each other already. It seems like the wear on the sleeve will probably continue quickly as you use these sleeves a lot. If you shuffle your deck that you have sleeved very frequently, you may see quite a bit of wear fairly quickly, and it's quite surprising to have brand new sleeves suffer such wear. That does not give me great hopes for its long-term durability, especially when you consider that one sleeve ripped open as I was putting a card in it. Next, we have the shake test. This is a 45 card sleeve deck. I'm gonna shake the table it's on for about 2 seconds to see if it holds up. Ready? Alright, 2 seconds later, it started to fall a little, but it definitely seems to have held up to the shake pretty well, and it's obviously going to take a bit more work to make it fall down completely. So that is a pass. And now for the draw test. I'm going to take this deck and I'm going to draw 3 cards off the top and see how the deck holds together. Ready? No problem. Now there's a little bit of give to the deck, the bend to the cards or the sleeves. I'm not sure which is bent, but the bend is clearly putting some air into each of these sleeve cards and making the deck a little taller than expected. But you can draw cards off of it. It doesn't look like it's gonna fall, so that is a straight pass. And now that I've had a chance to check out these sleeves, sleeved them up, ran them against each other, shuffled them, and taken a look at everything, I have some concerns, but these are by far the most consistent Mayday Premium sleeves that I've experienced out of the package. There's very few outliers. There's a few, you can feel them if you put your hands across the edges here, but they are much more consistent than any of their other premium sleeves that I've had any experience with. So that's a really good plus. And all the sleeves fit quite well. I like the overall dimensions of the sleeve in terms of the aesthetics that it lends to the sleeved cards. So that is very nice. So the downsides, the concerns that I have, first of all, this card sleeve splitting, when I tried to put a card into it, it split so easily that I'm concerned about the long-term durability of these cards. And again, when I looked at the sleeves after I shuffled them a bit, I noticed that the sleeves were dented and that most of the sleeves exhibited some amount of scuffing from just the sleeves running against each other. And that, again, makes me a bit concerned as to how long that these sleeves are going to last before they themselves need to be replaced. At 6 cents a sleeve, this is not the cheapest of sleeves available. Granted, it's not the most expensive of sleeves available, but it's not the cheapest. And so when you are thinking about sleeving your cards, you don't want to have to constantly replace them because of the expense. And so it's a concern of mine that for 6 cents a sleeve, you may get sleeves that wear out or split in use. Now, fortunately, I didn't have any experience of these sleeves splitting while I was using them, but the potential for that is there, considering that I am short one sleeve in this pack as a result of the one that split while I was sleeving a card. So that is my biggest concern when it comes to these sleeves. But in terms of handling and in terms of overall consistency, these are probably the best Mayday premiums that I've encountered. So there's also that to consider. So I am hesitant to recommend these sleeves as a result of the durability issues, and particularly the scuffing and the breakage of the one sleeve. But your mileage will vary on the importance of those factors, so just keep those in mind when you're looking for sleeves, particularly when you're looking at these Mayday premium card sleeves for cards size 65mm by 100mm. Now, if you have any experience with these sleeves, I have surveys in the description box below. If you found this overview review helpful to you, hit the like button for me to let me know that I am doing a good job and that you would like to see more. If you'd like to see more of these sleeve reviews, I'm going to be continuing my series, moving on to Ultra Pro and Ultimate Guard next. So hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you for watching. This was Refresh, and I will see you next time.